As far as my faith, it was probably coming from my mother's side, more of the faith. I mean, both my parents are Catholic, but I would say my mom was always, as far as I remember, she was always involved in the local church. And so the parish there was Epiphany Catholic Church. I've always had a fascination with airplanes. So I wanted to work in the aerospace, something to do with airplanes. And it ended up happening. I ended up taking a job working at Boeing for a couple years up in the Seattle, Washington area. I guess I was cradle Catholic, so, but I wouldn't say my faith was very strong initially. In fact, I basically stopped being Catholic for about 10 years. For the longest time, I lived with roommates, and it got to the point where I decided to buy a house. I mean, I was doing pretty well in my job. So I bought a house, and at that point, I decided that I was gonna live on my own. I'm joining this new area of town that I don't know really well. And the first thing I thought of was, well, how do I engage this community that I'm living in now? Like, how do I get to know the community? And the Catholic Church popped in my head. Like, it just said, oh, what is there, like a built-in system already that already has a community already built in the neighborhood? And, oh, the church. As I started going to Mass, I started getting to know more of the people. And as I got to know more of the people, I started getting involved in more of the different ministries that were going on. I remember just sitting at Mass, and it was like a statement came, like priesthood ? In my mind. And it wasn't until I decided to speak to the associate pastor there. I said, hey, I think I might be called to the priesthood. I don't know. I keep getting this idea, and it's not going away. And I've been trying to avoid it for months now. It's been an interesting experience, I would say the least. It's one of those things where it's maybe looking back on it, I'll probably think about that it would probably be a good time. But especially like being in the midst of this, because it's one of the things that they tell you is that you're going to get stretched here. You're going to get pushed in different directions, maybe in directions you don't want to go, and to see, in one sense, to see how you will react, but in another sense, to help you grow. I'm hoping to be the best priest I can be. I think that's God's called me to this vocation. So do the best I can for the people of God. And learning to be a priest. I mean, if anything from my career, I learned that once there's schoolwork, learning stuff here at the seminary, but it's completely different being out there, being any job. You're so much to learn. So it's an opportunity for me to have a heart to learn from the community as well. Deep down inside, there's truths of the faith that is ingrained, especially if you're a cradle Catholic. That's the deep down there, and it's God is always calling. So it's one of those things where while you might not say it's important right now, it's always have that open heart deep down inside of you to never let it go completely. If you don't make your faith, you don't make God important, you're going to make something else more important, and you're never going to be fulfilled. And you're probably going to be like me. You're going to be searching for what is that thing that you're missing, and not realizing that it's God and it's your faith. So many times we try to abstract God. He's up there in the clouds, and our God left us something here present in the world that we could go to and adore. And even as a priest, being able to hold God in your hand, for me, it's all inspiring in a certain sense that God left us that gift.